I think we're recording. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Friday. It was going to be Friday feeling and it was about healing and power of spirit. No, I want to share something really funny that happened last night in a place called Saffron Walden. And it's an insight to how I as a medium work. Because whenever I teach, I always say the job of the medium, you get out of the way, there's their spirit, there's my spirit. We blend. My job is to make sure there's no separateness, but it's still got to come through this, the brain. A lot of mediums teach that spirit can use our memories. I don't follow that anymore. I believe that spirit purely know what they want to share. My spirit blends with them, and it's got to come through my memories, through my mind. And anything that is then introduced is my brain, either getting in the way or helping. Here's an example of what happened last night. So I'm working in Saffron Walden. I've got this lovely aunt and great aunt, because there's the niece and the great niece, and it's lovely, and there's some beautiful reunion going on, a beautiful reunion going on, some lovely healing. And I went, oh, remember, I don't edit it. I was going, oh, she's talking about the dog. And she went, yes, I'm looking after the dog. Out of my mouth came, oh, you mean the shitty little thing, the shitty little dog? She went, no, Becs, it's a Shih Tzu. Can you see what my brain did? Obviously, the aunt was sharing it's a Shih Tzu. But in that moment, my brain, this is how my brain works, went, Shih Tzu? Didn't think it, didn't it? Because I don't think. Out of my mouth came, shitty little dog. Because what has my brain done in that moment? I think it's, in that moment, my brain's gone, aunt's dog, got to be old. Oh, it probably poos everywhere. So my brain's gone, shitty dog, as opposed to Shih Tzu. Can you see the mistake I made? And this is the thing with my mediumship. The brain sometimes, as much as you want to get the brain out of the way, you can't fully, because the brain is what interacts with the physical world. Now, here's a thought. I'm going off on a bit of a tangent. I call this a waffle. Going off on a bit of a tangent. Is the brain makes sense of the world that we interact with, and it never sees it. The brain's in the dark, in the head. Whoa, there's a deep thought for a Friday. So you've had a funny story, not at my expense, but an illustration, insight to what happens when I'm working. I'm out of the way, but the brain still gets in. And same with songs or TV shows. The other night, East Ham, I had a specific TV show called On the Buses. And I'm going, in my head, I'm going, what the hell's that about? But it turned out it was a very specific TV show relevant to the recipient and her brother who's in spirit. Remember, spirit of the ultimate intelligence. That's over. It's a song I get. It's got to be specific. But I just want to share with you the story about the Shih Tzu dog last night and how spirit is sharing it, but the brain still gets in the way a bit. And this is why I teach mediumship. You've got to get out of the way. That's how I turned Shih Tzu into shit. Shitty little dog. I'm smiling because it's funny. And everyone laughed because the woman actually looked at me and she went, no, Becs, it's not a shitty dog. It's a Shih Tzu. So wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a beautiful day. And no doubt I will have more of these stories. And if you want to hear any funny stories, just let me know. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'm going to do a regular Friday feeling. So if you've got any questions, just email them in or send them over and we'll cover it. Well, that's a bit of a sweeping statement, but we will. So with that, 4 minutes, meant to be 3 minutes. Sorry, never mind. If you're still here, well, thank you.